Welcome back to Suladan Plays Deep Ones. Last time we delved through the pirate fortress and... trying to remember which buttons I used for the... Ah, yes. Wait. Is my bullet short range now? It is. Where, you know... Okay, I was gonna say we're going that way, but apparently not. We can't go any higher than that, so... What about you? Okay, y'all are enemies. Shoot that way. Okay, you won't let me shoot that way. This is... I'm gonna be honest, this is a little bit odd as a trigger. I think what's gonna happen is when I swim past them, they'll begin chasing me. But then the question is, why spawn them at all? Have them come from off screen as I go, so that it doesn't look like they're just sitting here, doing nothing, waiting on me. Maybe not. Oh, now they're chasing me. I want to go down into that hole. I don't know what that is, but I want it. Ow. So... you're telling me all I've got? Nope, they're invulnerable until they start chasing me. Good to know. Hole. Fire! Fire! Fireman! Fireworm! Okay, that gets rid of him. Ah, they're shooting at me. That's why I took damage. I am trying to look at the tiny hook-hand Joe, and y'all are being a nuisance to me? I want to explore and enjoy the scenery, not be chased by shenanigans. Aha! There he is. Look at the tiny hook-hand Joe. You know, maybe he's regular sized, and I just feel like he's tiny because we're zoomed out a little bit more because of the camera angle. Also, there's the Cthulu face, and they're flagging you. Stop poking me. Stop shooting at me. You know, I'm not asking a whole lot of you people. I just don't want to be poked and shot. I know that will kill me, so no. There would be nothing interesting about it. And there's a sleeping one. Can I lure them into the fire? I cannot. Ah! Stop shooting at me. Dang. You know, there's a problem there. Previously, when you hit a wall like that, it's a stage transition, so I wasn't as concerned about the bullet because I knew I'd make it to the stage transition. But guess what? It wasn't a stage transition. When you design levels, you want to be consistent so that the player can, you know, kind of know what's going on there. Not that this is a difficult level to get through. That's just more of a minor nuisance complaint, consistency design thing. Stop chasing me. At least all of these are Pokey Magoos. I don't need any more holes in me today. Go away, Pokey Magoo. This is a very pretty place, but I don't understand what I'm doing. I guess I'm trying to escape the pirates? But why do the pirates want me to begin with? I mean, it's not like I sunk their ship or anything. Maybe Cthulhu demands them to do so. There's the level transition. Oh, look. Oh, I can fire to the right now, which the game wouldn't let me do before, and if you go off screen, you die. Although, just so you know, there is no health bar up there. I keep forgetting that my camera covers up the boss health bar when it's there. Covers up part of it. Okay. I am on the ocean floor, that just occurred to me. And I make very, very slow forward progress. And my shots are being mostly blocked by, you know, other shots, so... Am I seeking to do something here? Because actually landing a shot on this guy is nearly, well, it's not necessarily impossible, it's just improbable. Depending on timing of shot. See, I mean... I don't know. This is some clunky shenanigans right here. Oh joy. See, that one hit him and didn't even do anything. You're not giving the player any feedback on what we're trying to do. Is this just a time thing? Am I just supposed to follow him? Or am I trying to shoot him down? You want to give the player some input on this so that they know that they're making some progress. Because otherwise I'm sitting here frustrated that I can't hit him. I'm going to assume that the fact that I can't hit him is reflective of the fact that I'm not trying to hit him, that I'm just trying to follow him. In which case his bullets tend to follow somewhat predictable patterns, even if I keep running headfirst into them. Weird. Once in a while the pattern lines up so that the shots fly in pairs. I'm also still trying to figure out where the hitbox for the seahorse is, because stuff seems to be able to go through its tail. I'm guessing it's the exact dimensions of the diver plus the width of the seahorse. But this is tedious and annoying and bothers me, and I better not be supposed to hit him. Because it's very tedious to do so, due to the timing of his shots. By the time the other shots disperse enough for you to line up with him, he's already firing the second volley. Or third volley, fourth volley, next volley, subsequent volley, further volleys. And since he fires so many shots, it's difficult for me to get one to go through. I'm just gonna keep shooting. I'm just gonna spam shoot. If I hit him, I hit him. If I don't, I don't. And if only... Oh, okay, so... Who jumped out? Who jumped out? Somebody jumped out. Ah! My gun! Come back, gun! No! This was a horrible idea. I think I have made a mistake. Okay, so I'm defenseless in a blood-red cave that is blinking at me. Oh, save point. Okay, never mind, no worries. Well played, game. Well played. Very nicely designed on that. It just startled me more than it should have. Nice sound effect, nice lighting. Also, you can see a seam there, like this section is more whitewashed than the ones next to it. As long as they don't block me from walking forward, we're good. I'm impatient. I don't want to stand here and wait. Oh, well, that's great. I don't know what that is. Is that what I'd become if I stayed down here for too long? Don't you just love that save point that you can accidentally miss if you don't know it's there, aka it's there to be a big middle finger to people, so that they have to run through it again knowing it's there. trial and error design is just not what you want to do here. But anyway, it's not that it was a big time sink, it's just a minor design quirk. I'm peeking out from behind. It's like, I'm not here. You cannot see me. Hey look, it's that thing that I wondered what was. Did it just one-shot me? I have 2 health left, you goober. I'm guessing they all one-shot me. Let's find out. I expected to be impaled with the big pokey thing that he had in his hand, but no. Laser beam eyes. And he turns on a dime. I love the sound effect. I'm just unsure of the rest of it. Okay, this annoys me now. 'Cause remember the thing I don't like doing in games? Standing and waiting. It's not very interactive for me to have to just stand there. Dude, get off my face. Go! Mush! I think he suspects that I'm here. Okay, I broke him. He went that away. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Did the, yeah, that, okay, he does glow slightly. I don't know what it is, but it glows. And stabs people with its tongue. It's not how I expected to die today. Laser beam eyes and a tongue stab. I've died in worse ways in Dark Souls, and I like the smoothness of this cave. I'm not inside of its mouth, am I? And I am. That explains so much. Okay. Oh, those are things to hide behind. What do you do? I want to know. You disappoint me. That wasn't nearly interesting enough to warrant me going through this again. Blind as a bat. Bats aren't actually blind, though. They have moderately good daytime vision. It's just that in the dark they rely on echolocation. And people make assumptions. You can do that too? My honor has been besmirched. Okay, now stop being picky. Earlier you walked just fine without looking at me. There should be a save point here. Just saying. Not to be confused with the Super Saiyan. Just a regular Saiyan. Nope. Yeah, I really expected that thing to have a more interesting killing me animation. But its head just kind of pokes out and it turtle pokes me. Can't climb, huh? So your weakness is Yay! A patience segment requiring me to jump with... Oh good, they don't insta-kill me. To jump with really good timing. Save point, how merciful. Yay, now I don't have to worry. I saw something blink. Yay, more of those. Yay! How fun! It's really not badly designed on that part. I just don't like standing and waiting. I want to feel like I'm making progress, so I don't like, okay. I'm gonna hazard a guess that I'm supposed to ride that one. No, I ride this thing. Okay, that was my second guess. Thank you, Mr. Friendly Red Crabums. Is this your thanks for me, you know, getting the achievement for not hurting the crabs? Even though I shot all those other crabs? Don't tell him about that. He doesn't need to know about those crabs. Ow. I don't know if they're what the worms grow up to be, or if they're down there eating the worms, because you can see them just chewing. And their mouths aren't doing that when they're in flight, so it seems to be a specific gesture for that, for when they're down there. Yay! Ow. Was that really necessary? You just put that one there just to annoy people, didn't you? The winner is the one who can wait. Well, at least now you've given me some information. That means I'll never be the winner. What do you mean the one who can wait? Not what I expected to happen. I knew it would kill me. I figured I would be like floated up into it because it looked like a UFO. Just have a weird alien thing. Okay. Me? Death. To wait for what? What am I waiting on? Am I waiting on it to grow old and die? Okay, seriously, what am I waiting on? Some more context would be helpful on this. Am I supposed to wait here? Am I supposed to wait over there? How long am I supposed to wait? What am I waiting for? You know, there's a number of important context things that I'm not being given. And there were no discussion answers in the Steam thing on what to do here. I'm gonna jump off. Nope. No, that didn't work. That didn't work. Wasn't trying to jump off there. What am I waiting for? This is obnoxious. This is highly obnoxious. You seriously can't expect me just to sit here and do nothing? Seriously, if the game requires me to stand here for 5 minutes, I'm going to be very offended. There doesn't seem to be any other way past it. You know, seriously though, this is annoying. because there's... I can't go under it, I can't go over it. The game says wait, but nothing seems to be happening. Have I waited enough yet? Yeah, after all that, it turns out you just can't move in it. Clever, but you weren't direct enough on that. And what's this down here? Death. Death is down here. Thank you for putting platforms that are death. Well, that lead me to death. I mean, not specifically death platforms. Death platforms can be used quite well, depending on the context. Yeah, I figured I was making that mistake. This still is a... Oh well. It's less offending than it would have been if it was stand here for 5 minutes. And then okay, I get it, game. That one I can't. Why? Okay, game, you want to play like that, do ya? I forgot I can't make that jump. Because there's nothing I can do until it gets back over there, because even if I run, I can't get to the midpoint. And I'm not just gonna stand there and wait. I have to keep moving. Doing things. I'd be shooting if, you know, I had the little harpoon gun still. Doesn't have to be hurting anything. It just gives me something to do. Something to occupy me while I wait. Well, why? Okay, there's a problem. The actual end of the platform doesn't align where the end of the sprite is. On some of these, like you can see the platform and the sprite don't match on that one, and it's trying to slide down, but that's not what I'm referring to. On the rightmost side, the platform actually stops a short distance before, you know, the end of the sprite. In a platformer, this is generally a problem, especially for players that are used to more standard platformers where you have to, in many cases, jump at the pixel edge of platforms. So if you fall through like that, it's annoying because it throws off your timing and you end up walking off what shouldn't have been walked off. That's just a design complaint, quirk, etc. I'm having to force myself to jump earlier than I would in a standard platformer. Well, by standard platformer, I mean like, you know, Mario, Mega Man, etc. But given that those are professionally made, I guess they can spend more time making sure that the edges of their platforms match up with the sprites. Jellyfish party. We're calling them jellyfish now, huh? Don't die from the jellyfishes. Sure, I didn't die to the jellyfishes at all. No. I died from their laser beams. Not more of you. Oh, 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 okay. Well, that was unexpected and hilarious. Why, Rock? Why do you do that? No, get up. Don't do this to me, Rock. Mush, Rocky, mush. Mush, mush, mush. Rocky, why do you do this? Okay, now you're getting annoying. Okay, you're still going forward, that's good. Come on. I'm curious if this is random or scripted. I guess it would have to be scripted. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could set it up to be random as long as you programmed it specifically to ensure that it moved forward at least twice as much as it moved backwards, but depending on the ratio there, you could really tick people off. Those are background rocks. I was gonna make a dash for that next rock, but apparently I'm not. You know what? Fine. You walk back to the start. I'm going this way. He's still chasing me. Ha! Whoa. Thought I saw something glowing down there. Can't chase me upstairs. Your tentacles seem to be showing their, the edge of their sprite. You generally want to avoid that. I would pause, but I have to see what happens here. That is magma. Magma rising. Hello, eyes. Eyes in the skies. As long as none of your tentacles do anything random. This is very predictable, and they still clip strangely at the top. The little mini ledge on the side of the real edge. Oh, you're kidding me. You have to jump from the very top. Okay, that... It did show it to me when I first entered the area, so I will grant them that maybe it expected me to know. Your character doesn't climb the little micro ledge up there. Yeah, that right there annoys me. Don't put a micro ledge like that. If this is meant to be the final boss, it's a little bit sad that it's so... Here, just walk through the perfectly timed tentacles. But likewise, I'm not sure how to make them more interactive in their current state. That one that pierces through the ground almost caught me. I mean, I like the sprites, I like the eyes. I'm a little iffy on the fact that the tentacles just, you know, clip off like that. Hello. Whoa, okay, you're spooky. Spooky face. It'd be creepier if the face was actually attached to something. And yes, it is catching up with me, so... Ow. So it's faster than... Okay, see, I can take control a lot sooner than I realized. It's supposed to be slowly and ominously catching up with me as we go, not right on my heels the whole way. Wait, so we weren't inside of it? What was with all the weird... I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm not even going to question the weird gray blockiness that was up there. Yeah, that could be neatened up a bit. At least add some slants or just color the whole area up there in. How did I outrun you? Like, I have gained some headway on that thing, and it's faster than me, so some... Oh, when it moves up and down, it loses progress. I see. So I steer better than you, but you have a higher top speed. Okay. That weird rocky thing just decided it was gonna bubble over and flip. It wanted to floop, and thus it flooped. I feel like this could be a lot more interactive, but you know, it's like I'm not even worried about the ball, so I'm just kind of completely zoning out and just avoiding oncoming glowing objects. There's nothing I have to shoot, nothing I have to really focus on aside from keep going forward. Okay, keep going up. Up it is. I grant you, that is a nice change of pace. And at least the sprite looks better coming from that direction. You can see both eyes and all, and it just looks a little better. It's still weird that you can't see the head that the face is attached to, but I guess that's meant to make it more mysterious and ominous, and maybe those are the only parts that are glowing, so the rest of it's hidden in the darkness of the abyss. It's not really the abyss, but, you know, still deep, deep underwater. The abyss is technically a proper name for a place. Abusos. But still, I can completely just zone out and focus on pressing left and right as need be. Almost didn't get that one. I was indecisive about whether to go to the left or the right of it. I don't mean to call this part boring, but it is kind of meh. It's using the generic chase music too. I feel like this section should have its own more ominous eldritch track to go with it. And that thing's roaring and it doesn't have its own sound. Your mouth got big. Oh, are you burning up in the lava? Yeah, you shouldn't have messed with me. Okay, this is nice. Yep. Hey, we made it out of that part at least. Sound effect, I don't know, it's weird. Did I bring plants with me? Why did I bring a plant with me? Was the whole point of this journey just to come plant a tree on the shore? And die? I don't understand why. Like, what was that what my mission was? What was the... I feel like I missed something. Did he die because of his injuries? Was he dying the whole time and I just didn't know it? Was his mission to bring a random tree to the shore? Overall, it's a very nice game. It does have a few places that I feel like could be polished, and wow, the credits were shorter than I expected. It does have a few places that I feel like could be I'm going to mute that for the moment. It does have places that I think could be polished. Both graphically and mechanically. Graphically, for example, in that last section you saw on the slopes, you could see the blocky textures. If it was me, I would either fill it in or have some kind of color gradient into the blackness so that it doesn't look so blocky. 2 would be to, on some of the platforming segments, make sure that the actual platform matches up with where the visual sprite for the platform is, so that the player doesn't phase through the last bit of platform. Some of the boss fights were... I mean, they weren't bad. Specifically the one with the pirate in the car and the spiked platforms. Having to wait every time you do it for him to drive back and forth across felt really like a time waster. I mean, I'll be honest. I would say make that more of a, you do that the first time you fight him. Then if you die, it skips past that and he drops down and does the rest. But I understand that that's kind of part of the boss fight. But it's so slow and time consuming that it doesn't feel as good to deal with. The sharks were pretty decent. The sword fighting mechanics, I know there were some mechanical limitations there, and I know that's probably why you get extra health when you're using the sword. I'm sorry I'm yelling so much. It's nothing against the game. But the melee sword mechanics, one thing to recommend would be to make it more responsive. And the same applies to the harpoon gun. Pushing it and having to wait almost a half second for him to, lift his gun and fire it doesn't feel responsive. It's the delay that just... Imagine a game where when you press left and right, there's a half-second delay before your character even reacts and starts to move. Now, pending if you can, make a game where that's actually part of the, understood mechanics, like if you're driving a train or something and you have that time to rev up an 18-wheeler, they accelerate slow. But even in games where you're driving something that accelerates slowly, you feel like it's trying to move. Like, the weird example, but Mario Kart, if you use Bowser, even though he's got a slow acceleration, he's still accelerating. Due to the small number of frames in the character's movements in this game, due to the design style, between him being at rest and his gun being fully out feels like a disjoint thing when there's such a large delay. I would either shorten the delay or remove it completely. But with the sword fighting specifically, the speed at which he, swings the sword is important. Now, I understand he's underwater and movement is going to be slower there. But, actually, a second option would be, once you commit to an attack, don't allow you to change direction. Similar to how I believe Super Metroid did it. Once you're charging a shot, you could backpedal while still aiming in the same direction. Because in many cases, I missed an attack because I hit the attack button, he pulled out his gun, and then, an enemy got too close and I had to back away, which led to me turning around and firing in the other direction. I don't know mechanically how easy that would be to do, but, a few little things like that to polish up the game. It's a really fun and interesting game on its own merit. I think that those things would polish it to an even greater shine. I would recommend it. It is on Steam. I got it on sale. It's got gets good sales every now and then. But I would recommend it if you're interested in this sort of game. Also, some of the platforming could be tightened up slightly. Gravity, well, I understand he's underwater and it should feel slow, so I guess that matches. I love the art style. Love the use of neon colors. Just the color scheme for the different areas is beautiful. You might could do a little more with the backgrounds, but I'm not sure what I would recommend because it's gonna be black either way. I don't know. But it is a beautiful game. I enjoyed it. I enjoy the soundtrack. Would be nice if there was a few more sounds and a few, you know, some more music tracks. Namely in the last chase sequence with the Eldritch thing. It'd be nice if it had its own instead of just being the generic pursuit / boss music. But I know it's costly and time consuming to make more stuff, so same reason Battle Cats has the same sound effect for every attack. But in any case, I enjoyed this game. I recommend it. If it looks like something you'd be interested in, check it on Steam. Thank you for watching as always. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'm going to go ahead and pause / end this game here. Actually, I'm going to hit load game and see what happens. End cutscene. Okay, that's nice. I don't have to go through all that if I want to see the cutscene again. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and pause / end here, and I will see you on the next game. Right when I closed the game, I got the Alone I Break achievement for going ashore. The remaining achievements is to kill 30 turtles, kill 20 sharks, get through the 3rd level without being damaged by any of the starfish, not taking damage from stonefish, and killing 9 fugu fish. Killing 9 pufferfish. But anyway, see you next time. Next game, next place, next thing.